So this has been my basement for the last few days because the temperatures outside at night were getting in the low 30s. My basement is a hot mess full of green, and it smells like a fish tank. So I spent the first part of the morning, I'd say probably like 3.5 hours, going through all my tomatoes, picking out the ones that were going to be mine, and then setting aside the ones that I was either going to give away or sell. I also got rid of all the casualties that have happened in the past few weeks. There were some of them didn't quite make it. Look at these dahlias. So these are the pre-sprouted dahlias. I did a video on these. They are itching to go outside, hopefully in the next week or so. So I did some planting of some more peppers that I had bought seeds for. And also my dahlias and a couple different flowers. So I'm just showing you, and some new tomatoes. Some are from Baker Creek, and some of them are from a new place called Hand Me Down Farms. Some really interesting varieties. And while I was doing stuff inside and outside, my husband was outside redoing the top garden bed that was kind of caving outward. And he also stepped through the walkway, so he had to redo that as well. But it's pretty sturdy now. After finishing up going through the tomatoes, I went back outside to finish what I started the day before. So here I'm just putting down cardboard around my plants, and then I'm going to lay down a nice thick layer of mulch. And when I'm trying to put down like cardboard for a weed barrier, I lay it down double thick. I don't rip the boxes open and have just one layer of cardboard. It's 2 layers of cardboard. And I am hopefully planting some new things in this area. Right now, all I have is heucheras. But some of the stuff that I started in the cold, like I cold started in the jugs, I'm hoping that maybe I can plant some of that stuff right here. I'm just showing you some of the heucheras I have planted here. I love heucheras. They're so beautiful, and there's such a variety of them. There's purple one. I think I have like 4 different varieties. There's like a corally looking one. These tiny ones I planted last year. There's that purple one again. Then I started work on mulching the front area that I weeded yesterday, putting down cardboard and putting down mulch, and I ran out of cardboard. I can't believe it. I have collected cardboard for like 6 months, and you just go through it so fast, especially when you don't like open it up. So I guess I'm going to have to start collecting a little bit more to finish this area and maybe start bumming it from my neighbors. So then I started this project. I had planned on planting honeyberry bushes in these pots, but it seems like whatever I plant in here dies. So I thought, well, I'm going to take out all the soil that I have in it and just start fresh. Well, I figured out what the problem was. They were both full of ants. I'm guessing that's what was killing everything that I planted in here. But I've decided I'm not going to plant my honeyberry bushes in here just in case the ants are coming from somewhere around these pots. I'm going to plant the honeyberry bushes in the ground because I really want honeyberries. And I'm so afraid that they might die in these pots. And then to try to kill off some of the ants again with the boiling water, I'm just dumping it all over the pot and all over the walkway where they were, even into some of the rocks beside there. Took a few of these pots to where I couldn't see any more ants crawling around anywhere. Then it was time to make a snack. I came out to the garden and got some onion tops. So today's recipe, I am craving what we call corn dip, but the real name of it is, its real name is called Cowboy Caviar. It's super simple to make. I'll put the recipe down below in the description. Of course, I changed mine up a little bit from the recipe. The recipe calls for 2 cans of corn, drained, a can of Rotel Original, drained, 1 cup of mayonnaise, and 1 cup of sour cream. It calls for 8 green onions. So I just went out into the garden and I got some onion tops. And I'm going to say that this is 8 green onions. And then it calls for 2 cups of shredded cheese of your liking. And I like cheddar cheese. I have the last little bit of this bag, the last little bit of this bag, and this is triple cheddar cheese. And then I'm out of cheddar cheese. So I'm going to try to use this sliced cheese in substitution for the rest of the 2 cups. Now, that's the recipe. And what you do is you just put it all together in a bowl, cold, and put it in the fridge. But I like my corn dip warm. So what I start out by doing is I like to add some more peppers. So I have my homegrown peppers here that I sliced up. They were put in the freezer. I thawed them and now I'm going to chop them up. And I also like to add a little bit more corn. And so I'm going to add 1 more can of this whole kernel Southwest corn. What I'll do is I'll start the green peppers in a little bit of butter. And then I'll add the corn, the drained corn, the Rotel. And in the pan that I'm going to add all the hot stuff to, I'll put the 1 cup of mayonnaise and the 1 cup of sour cream and the cheese. All right, butter has melted. I'm going to add in peppers. Add in the Rotel. So here I've got the cheddar cheese slices. I just kind of broke them up a little bit, and then here's the rest of those 2 bags of the triple cheddar cheese. I'm going to add that. And then we're going to do approximately 1 cup of mayonnaise and 1 cup of sour cream. And then I'm going to add in the green onions once I've got those chopped. And 1 cup of mayo. I have seen people make this with just straight mayo. No sour cream. I personally don't like it that way, but some people swear by it. So you could do that too if you really like mayonnaise. I always say try the recipe the way the recipe is first, and then adjust it to what you like. So I just added in the corn. And now I'm going to stir everything up. Hope that sliced cheese melts. And that's it. Once it's all stirred up, it is ready to dig into some tortilla chips. Oh, so I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done stirring it up. All right, so there it is. Cowboy caviar. It is much tastier than it looks. Like, it's so good. And the sliced cheese that I used, it pretty much melted down. You can see just how cheesy it is. But there might be a chunk of it here or there, but it's still getting melty, but this is just so yummy. This will last us maybe a couple days. We can make this a whole meal. It's very, very good. Try it. So later on that day, I had to go and pick up a grocery order from Walmart and decided to go to the Dollar Tree real quick before that. And I was just going to show you some of the things I found they have. It says 4 for $1, but I don't know if they're 4 for $1.25 now. And my husband being funny. But they had lots of different seeds. And then they had these cute little seed starting greenhouses. Comes with like a clear dome lid. A little tray to start some seeds in. And then I saw these Citronella incense sticks. Has anybody tried these? Do these work to keep away the mosquitoes? And then they had these like tool hanging doohickeys to hang up your, rake and shovel. And then different types of flowers. Lots of different types of pots. And then these cute little knee pad things that I would never use if I got one. And these are actually great. I've bought these a few different times, and these are the Gladiolas that I will have popping up all over my yard. You get 4 bulbs to each bag. I've never tried the ranunculus. I've never tried the freesia. And then they had these cute little things. These would be cute to get, for a child to start gardening. A little gardening project. And then it was a great night for a bonfire, and we had a bunch of crap wood that we needed to burn up. So we got out the fire pit cushions and made a nice little evening of it. I store the fire pit cushions in the greenhouse to keep them out of the rain.